What's going on, everybody? It's the 6th man, host of Real Talk with the 6th man. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Man, when I was trying to start my podcast and get it off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all of the other places people listen to podcasts? Where do I find advertising? Man, I had so many questions. But Anchor was my one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing my podcast. It's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy. Very, very, very easy. If you want to start your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. Again, that's anchor.fm/start. Start your podcast, y'all. It's easy. 6th man. I'm out.
You're listening to my daddy, the 6th man.
Be better than yesterday, I gotta be better than yesterday. No matter if I'm playing 6th man or star, I'm better than yesterday. I gotta be better than yesterday, I gotta be better than yesterday. No matter if I'm playing 6th man or star, I'm better than yesterday.
We gotta be better, do better. That's every minute, every second. Drop a juice, hope you collecting them. The voice of the people, we all gon' get heard. This real spill, never clean what I say. Always tuned in, never tuned out. Gotta stay woke and be a sleepwalker. Gotta stand up, got too many standouts. Stay ready, like the 6th man of the year. We up now. We up now.
Be better than yesterday, I gotta be better than yesterday. No matter if I'm playing 6th man or star, I'm better than yesterday. Be better than yesterday, I gotta be better than yesterday. No matter if I'm playing 6th man or star, I'm better than yesterday.
What's up, y'all? I got in late. First and foremost, welcome to Real Talk with the 6th man. This is a live feed. You know, I like to come live sometimes to, just talk to y'all. I got in late this morning. Touchdown in the U.S. It was after, actually touchdown in the U.S. around 6, 7 in Florida, but I didn't get this way until early this morning. So I'm at BWI, trying to get everything, get the bags and stuff. I saw this story. Handcuffed man shot, killed inside Prince George's County cruiser, officials say. And so I saw it and didn't really, how you see it and you so tired, you're just trying to get to where you gotta go. And so I saw it and didn't really think nothing about it. But I'm in the bed, and I'm getting, my phone is going off, I'm getting inboxes, I'm getting phone calls, and so I'm just trying to find out what's going on. So I look on Facebook, and the first thing I see is all this R.I.P, R.I.P, and I'm like, damn, R.I.P again? So it was a homie that I used to go to school with, elementary school with, William Green, and we called him Boo. Well, some people call him Boo Boo. I called him Boo. I had a good relationship with Boo, man. His brother, older brother too. His brother and him and my brother, we all had a good relationship. We grew up together. You know what I'm saying? They grew up on the top, I want to say, between 6th and 4th Street, 4th and 6th Street, 3rd Street, all that little circle, that little, of course we down on the end. And so whenever I would see Boo, I want to say maybe the last time I saw him was probably last year off the Humble. And we always ask each other about our brothers. I mean, because we both got older brothers, so we always would ask each other about the brothers and all that good stuff. And so it's kind of hard when you see stories like this, and you realize it's somebody like it's always difficult for me to see certain things, but I try to identify with what's going on. And for me, I don't know, I just try to keep it in perspective. But when I saw that this incident was an incident involving somebody that I knew, and when I say 30 years, I mean literally. Like, I've been knowing Boo and his brother at least 30 years. We started out at Henley Elementary School, and I think I started Henley when I was in like the 2nd or 3rd grade. So I've been knowing Boo and his brother too since I was in the 2nd grade at Henley. And so I read this article, and it literally had me in tears for like the first maybe like 3 minutes, because like I said, I went online, I started seeing all this rest in peace, and hadn't connected that the rest in peace was connected to this story. And then once another fellow Henley Hornet said her respects, I reached out to her and was like, who we talking about? She was like, oh, you ain't see the article? So then she sent me the article, and I was like, nah, I saw this last night. So I'm reading it, and it's troublesome in so many different ways. I mean, y'all know, if you don't know, I have been working with this family, the Austin family, and their son Marquise was killed June 12th, 2018, and he got killed right up on Wayne Place Southeast. And the police shot him 16, one of the two, 15 or 16 times. I want to say 15. But they shot him 15 times, multiple times. And the family had went through hell trying to get body camera footage to find out what happened between their son and the DC police. And so I made a video, and it was more of a mini documentary, where I interviewed the family and just wanted them to share their story. And fast forward, been working with them for a while, and going fast forward, Trayon White, along with a couple other council members, came up with emergency legislation to allow citizens to request body camera footage when they have, interactions with the police, which is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? And with this, as I'm reading the article, the first thing that I read, first thing that caught my eye, well, it's a couple things that caught my eye, but I'm gonna just speak to the body camera issue. One of the things that caught my eye was they said that the police officer had not been issued a body-worn camera. And so in my mind, I'm like, is it not required that officers that are on the beat, that are active on duty, should have a body-worn camera? Should they have one? I mean, I don't know the rules for PG, but I'll look into it shortly. If y'all on here, and if y'all can look it up for me real quick, please do. And just let me know, because I don't know. But I saw in the article that it said that the officer had not been issued a body-worn camera, right? And it does not mention whether he had a dashboard camera. And so, they say that allegedly Boo smelled like PCP, and that he hit multiple vehicles, right? And when I saw the interview with his mother, and I think it was his fiance, the mother said something that I thought was vital. She was like, even if he did hit a couple cars, even if he was high, and they say, if they say he was, why he dead? And I mean, that's That's a cut and dry answer. I mean, when the officers come to the scene, you're looking at a suspect handcuffed in the front seat with the seatbelt on, slumped over dead in a police car. What's the story? Like, they're basically saying that they got a couple witnesses saying that they saw a struggle inside the police car between the officer and Boo. What struggle? The man has his hands behind his back, cuffed. And then he has a seatbelt on. What am I going to do? Spit on you? Talk shit? Fuck you, you bitch ass cop. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. If anything, I can understand if he got a punch in the face or elbow, nigga, calm down, or even get tased. But you mean to tell me you had to shoot this man? I mean, this is somebody I grew up with, man. That's why I say it's a little different for me. This is somebody that I grew up with, man. This is somebody that I know, man. I know we say this all the time, but it's really difficult to watch and find out that it's somebody that you grew up with, man. It's difficult. And I mean, for me, again, I don't want to have to illustrate, but if I'm reading this correctly, he was placed in handcuffs as the police were on scene, placed in handcuffs, placed in the front seat with a seatbelt. How much of a struggle did he give you? I mean, I want to get the officer's name. I've been kind of not sleep, irritated, don't want to really talk to people. And this is why. Like, come on. Like, I mean, I just came home from a nice vacation. I mean, dealing with the Kobe Bryant thing, I'm still kind of, I still can't believe that. I still can't believe that Kobe Bryant and his daughter, 13 years old, Gianna, is dead, man. And then still trying to deal with that and come home late, see this article, and then wake up to inboxes, texts, phone calls, and this. I mean, I just got off the phone with my man L, and L was like, Slim, I cried when I found out Kobe was dead. You know what I'm saying? He said, I felt like it was one of y'all that got killed. I was like, I can dig it. But then you turn right around, and then we got this. We got a homie from round the way, you know what I'm saying? They saying that he was on PCP. And I'm like, let's just be honest, man. Let's just be real. If he was on PCP, let's say if he damaged some cars, that does not result in him being dead, man. Like, he should not be dead because he was high and driving and hit a couple cars. He should be, charged with whatever he need to be charged with and go through the process of going to court, going to trial, whatever the case may be. We cannot allow these police officers to continue to be, the judge, the jury, and the executioner, man. It's not cool. And I mean, I was just talking to my man L about it on the phone, and him and I both, collectively felt like, it's a lot of punk ass police that they hiring on the police force now, man. Like, I know that they want, manpower, to keep their numbers up, to protect and serve, but it's too many soft police out here. They soft. They should not be police. This should not be their job. I mean, I cannot stress that sometimes when I do go to the gym, guess what it's full of? PG County police officers, PG County sheriffs, and EMTs, right? And you in the weight room, you working out, you getting strong. But then, on top of that, you got a uniform with all of this equipment. You got baton, you got your mace, you got your taser, and then you got your gun. And you mean to tell me you in the gym and you pumping all this weight and you can't restrain somebody with your arms, your body? You gotta resort to shooting somebody in handcuffs, but hands behind their back, in a seatbelt? Come on, man. Listen, it's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable behavior by the police. I don't care if it's DC police. I don't care if it's PG County police. I don't care what district. I don't care. Because I feel like when you get pulled over now, it's almost like, damn, Slim, am I going to die today? I was just telling my man L about a run-in that I had on 50 with a police officer. And yeah, my windows on my truck, they 15%. So it's pretty dark, even in the daytime. And so as he walking up on my car, I can see him, and he immediately, can you roll your window down? So I rolled my front window down. I'm like, what's up? He like, nah, roll the back window down. I said, ain't nobody in here, man. Roll the back window down. So I rolled the back window down. There's nobody in there but me. So he holsters the gun. Then he gonna ask me, why you shaking? I said, first of all, champ, you can miss me with all this mental psychological bullshit. I'm not shaking. I said, and if I am shaking, it's because you know the story about police pulling people over and people dying. Come on, man. So you can save me with all that. So the interaction between me and him started off wrong anyway. You know what I'm saying? But he aggressively, threatened me on how he can give me tickets and all this when he in the wrong. Like, he literally took the bold line on 50 to get over, not use a turn signal or nothing. And if I wouldn't have slowed down and switched lanes, I would have hit him, because I'm already up to like 55, 60 miles an hour. He gradually get over in front of me, don't use a turn signal or nothing. So he knew he was wrong. And so for me, I just feel like at the end of the day, man, we got to hold these police officers. We got to hold these police departments. We got to hold these police chiefs, the unions. We got to hold everybody accountable, man, because these police unions is protecting these police officers. And that's why they feel like they can do whatever they do and get away with it. And that's how they feel, man. I mean, we see it all across the country, man. It ain't just here in D.C. and Maryland. It's everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to hold these people accountable. And when I say hold them accountable, I always hear people talking about they don't vote. And they give all these reasons why they don't vote. And I mean, guess what? You got your own reasons why you don't vote. That's fine. It is what it is. You don't vote. All right? But voting is the proper way to get people out of certain offices. Voting is a way to get legislation wrote down differently. You know what I'm saying? And it was a video that came out that I posted not too long ago, and they talked about the three branches of government, right? And the important branch of government is legislation, where they make all the laws, right? And that's where we come in as people. Now, we don't write the laws, but if we vote certain people in to write certain laws and get them in, then we did our job. But we don't do that because we don't want to vote. I'm not going to talk about this dude Trump and what's going on with him. But, as I've been on this journey, kind of doing this, this type of platform, kind of talking to y'all, I'm at the point now where, it's no need to sugarcoat anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's no need to pussyfoot around and not talk about the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? We as a people, human beings, want to keep talking about, well, why we don't get this, why? Because we not doing what the fuck we supposed to be doing. And it's called civic duty. If we citizens, we not doing our civic duty by voting. We not voting, Joe. We not putting the proper time that we do in these reality shows, going to the liquor store, getting drunk, going to party, going to the go-go's, doing all this other shit, but we not educating ourselves on who's coming up next in the election and what district they in, what they platform is, how they running, what they looking like, what they trying to do. We not educating ourselves on who we voting for. We just going to the booth. I remember going to the voting booth one day and the lady was just like, oh, I'm just voting for everybody that's black. I was like, interesting. That's interesting. I said, we all voted for Barack Obama. How did that turn out? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? And so, for me to see this article, handcuffed man shot, killed inside Prince George's County police cruiser, it makes me feel like for real, Like, what we really doing, man? Like, you put the man in handcuffs, you place him in your vehicle, you put the seatbelt on, which is routine, because I've been arrested, and when I've gotten arrested, same thing. Handcuffs, inside the front of the vehicle, seatbelt across, and then we do the exchange. You know, where you coming from, I got your license, I mean, whatever. And the exchange might not be pleasant. It might be, man, fuck you, you bitch. I mean, it might be whatever. But just like the Netflix special with Dave Chappelle when he was talking about sticks and stones, you know, it's at the point now with people. I'm gonna just say people in general. I mean, and we talking about people who are police, lawyers, doctors, judges. I mean, they people too. But they letting words hurt their feelings, which I don't understand. I mean, it's like we live in a day and age now where if you say something, you get canceled for something that you said. The cancel culture. That's bullshit. Why are we so soft now? Like, we can't speak our minds, Joe. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But let me speak my opinion. And if Boo was under the influence and he sideswiped a couple cars, so be it. He go to the police station, he get booked, and let the process begin. There's no reason why Boo is dead right now. There's no clear reason by reading this bullshit ass article that explains to me why one of my childhood friends that I grew up with is fucking dead right now. Nothing in this article explains to me why Boo is dead. The only thing this article explains to me is how the police are continuing to commit murder on duty and get justified for it. That's the only thing that this article is telling me. Anything outside of that, let's have a conversation about it. I'm here, let's talk about it. I don't see anything else in this article that tells me that Boo was supposed to lose his life because he was perceived as being high. Okay. Oh, he hit a couple parked cars. Okay. Did he kill anybody? Did anybody get hurt? I mean, yeah, he damaged a couple people's property. He got insurance. He'll be able to deal with that. Why wasn't he able to go to court and go to trial and go through the process? Why is it that these police officers have the right to just kill people, man? This man's hands, I'm going to illustrate it one more time, man. This man's hands was behind his back, Joe, with a seatbelt strapped across the front of him. This about as much as you can do with your hands behind your back, because it's already it's already uncomfortable. This situation right here, the way I'm sitting, and if you sitting in the car, your feet is up a little high because you got sit up. So it's already uncomfortable. So when they strap that seatbelt on and tighten it, then you literally, like, it's nothing you really can do. About the only thing you can do is maybe bump him with your head, spit on him, or talk shit to him. That's the only thing I can see. And so if that's the case, why is Boo dead, man? Come on, man. And so again, y'all, when I read this article, man, this article is not explaining to me why Boo is dead. The only thing it's explaining to me is that police officers are continuing to commit murder in our communities and getting away with it, man. Why? And the only thing that I can think of is why is because we are not voting the right type of people in office to change certain shit, man. We can keep talking about, you know, what's not being done, what's not right, what's happening, what's not happening. The people who are making a change or attempting to make a difference are the people who are voting. We gotta fucking vote, man. We gotta vote. We gotta be more involved in what's going on in our community if we want to see change. Because this shit right here, I mean, I was looking at the numbers of just police shootings in different states. And if y'all took time to just watch the numbers, I mean, the numbers are crazy. Where police officers are shooting first and asking questions later. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I mean, at this point, it's unacceptable. And I'm not gonna lie. You know, I've been holding back my tears this whole time on this video because I feel like I want to get my point across. I don't want to seem like I'm, you know, like I'm disoriented and not able to say what I need to say. But I mean, I'm really fucked up that a homie that I grew up with, elementary school, I got vivid memories of me and Boo, man. You know, walking to the corner store before school, getting them cheddar cheese potato chips and that sky blue soda, and buying them annihilators and breaking the pack open and stuffing the annihilators in our pocket because we know we can't eat them Johnson in class. So we crush our cheddar cheese potato chips, lick our fingers and shit, 20 seconds, drink our sky blue soda, and we walk to school. And we go to class, and while we're in class, we got our annihilators. I mean, vivid memories, man. I mean, it's memories that I got of Boo, man. That I mean, I'm upset. I'm a little taken back at this, and the way the PR person for PG County Police is presenting this is bullshit. Or we want to get right down to what's going on inside of that vehicle. We want to know what happened in that vehicle. Well, you would know what happened in that vehicle if the police officer had a body-worn camera and it was turned on properly like they're required to do, right? And then you would also know what was going on if the car got a dash cam or any type of, you know, camera equipment that it's supposed to have. You're gonna know what happened. But not even that. Not even that. When you get to the scene, whether you another police officer coming to assist, or whether you know, a white shirt that's coming to assist, when you pull up to the scene, you don't need no camera. You don't need no microphone. You don't need no recording to see what happened. A police officer murdered somebody. That's what happened. That's what happened. It don't need to be no investigation. You know what happened. Your police officer killed somebody. Period. The end. That's how it go. Period. There ain't no investigating what? What we investigating? We investigating everything that you already put in this article that the gentleman was thought to be on PCP, and that he hit a couple cars. Okay. Why ain't he over Upper Marlboro getting processed in the jail waiting for his court date or whatever? Why he dead? Come on, man. Why he dead, man? But they talking about they got to do a police investigation to find out what happened in that cruiser. You know what happened. The man is dead. He handcuffed with a seatbelt in front of him. You know what happened. He dead, man. Come on. And then she flipped it and was like, and we got witnesses that say they saw a struggle in the vehicle between the person and the police officer. What struggle? What struggle did you see? Like, seriously, what struggle did you see, man? The man got handcuffs on. His hands are behind his back, up against the seat, and he got a car seat on. What struggle we talking about? Oh, we gonna get to the bottom of this, man? Come on, man. It's bullshit, man. I mean, it's to the point, y'all. Like they put so much bullshit in front of us, and want us to accept it. That's the part that I don't like. I don't like the fact that they put so much garbage in front of us, like we stupid and we supposed to just, oh, okay. No. Boo was a good dude, man. He had a job. He was working. Fiance, mother was on camera this morning talking about if he was high and he did hit some cars, okay, why is he dead? That's the number one question. You know, if you say he was high, you was waiting for a drug interpreter, a certified drug interpreter to see if he was high or whatever. Okay, that's fine. But why is he dead though? Why is he dead though? And then you talking about you need to investigate. Investigate what? If you read this is the investigation right here. The man had his hands behind his back strapped in a car seat. He dead now. What are we investigating? The police officer wasn't even issued a body-worn camera. He didn't even have on the equipment that he was supposed to have on. I thought all police departments who got involved with this program, that all officers on duty, especially patrol, needed to have this equipment. Why he didn't have it? Why he didn't have it? And they didn't speak to the point of whether he had video or microphone footage or equipment in his vehicle. I mean, it's what I'm saying is it's too much, man. It's too much, and the story is not right, man. And before y'all start throwing my man under the bus, because you know what they do, after they kill us, they go run our police report and talk about how we did this and how we did that, and how we got, man, don't nobody want to hear that shit, man. Every police officer who's a police officer, I would say 80% of them clowns have done something in their life before they became police officers. Trust me. I know a few of them. Ran with a few of them. Not going to put their business out there, but I've ran with a few police officers that's police officers right now. And we have been together and done some Bama shit. So I don't, come on, man. You can miss me with all the trying to, give him a bad name after he dead. Come on, man. Let's dig into this police officer. Find out what's going on with him. Because that's the problem. These police officers that they hiring, they suckers, man. They straight suckers. They in the gym. They getting all swole. They looking at you funny and think you ain't supposed to. Man, you a man like I'm a man, Slim. You put your drawers on this morning like I did. Come on, Slim. I remember one time I had a verbal back and forth with a police officer, and the clown had a nerve to tell me I was disrespecting him. I was like, nigga, what? Yeah, I'm a police officer. You ain't supposed to talk to me like that. I was like, cuz, you need to stop bullshitting. For real. Like seriously. I'm talking to you like a grown man. Regardless of you being a police officer now, I'm talking to you like a grown man. And the only thing you can get out of that is I'm disrespecting you. Come on, Slim. Then you don't need this job, Slim. You're in the wrong profession, Slim. We are the public. You are supposed to serve and protect the public. The public has an opinion. And a lot of times, the public is going to voice their opinion. If you can't handle that, then you're in the wrong job, champ. That's just what I told him. Period. You got the wrong job because you in your feelings. And even when I was a supervisor, and I used to tell guys, when you go deliver to somebody's house and the customer is not, happy with the service or whatever the case may be, don't go back and forth with them. They not mad at you. They mad on the name on that shirt. They not mad at you. They mad at the name on that shirt. So let them be mad at the name on the shirt and let us deal with it. Let the company deal with it. But these police officers, they killing people. That's how they dealing with their issues and dealing with their emotions and their feelings. Come on, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Joe. And I'm just telling y'all. I had a discussion with somebody, and this was like maybe like 3 weeks ago. And one of the things that came up was, if we do not like some of the things that's going on in our communities, whether you live in D.C. or Maryland, if you do not like what's going on in your community and you want to be a silent partner of making sure things go right. And reason why I say silent partner, because everybody can't do this. Everybody can't put their face out there and speak what they want to speak. 9 times out of 10, when I go live or if I talk about stories on my show, people inbox me and be like, yeah, man, I wanted to say something like that. I'm glad I can be that voice for this person. Because everybody can't do this. So if you can't do this, you can still be a silent partner and in your spare time, educate yourself. What district do you live in? Who's running for what? Who's the chief of police? What's his platform? Who's the district attorney? Who just find out who everybody is. And when it's time to vote, try to vote the right people in. That's the only way things change, man. The 3 branches of government, I just told y'all about the 3 branches of government. The branch of government that we need to focus on is legislation. We need to focus on the people who writing these crazy laws that's allowing police and people to do whatever they want. That's what we got to focus on. I mean, we got brothers out here. I don't want to say the name wrong, but I think it's the Alliance of Good Men, Cure the Streets. You got my man Charles King, helping others with life. You got all these other, non-profits out here that's trying to do love more. Honor You. My girl Latrice Strong, she got a non-profit called Honor You that's devoted to the kids. I mean, it's just so many. It's so many things that we could get involved in doing versus just. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. A lot of times, when you don't do nothing behind what you say, that's all you doing. When you don't do nothing behind what you say, this all you doing. And sometimes people look at that like, man, what the fuck is you saying? Because you're not saying nothing. And like we know, the term action speak louder than words, right? And so if you don't want to be on the front line and speak your voice, you can be right behind the camera helping me. Hey, Kim, hey, I dug this up. Talk about this, Slim. The numbers is here. Talk about, and I do it. It's people that inbox me all day through Instagram and Facebook and send me articles, and I handpick the ones that I want to talk about. And sometimes I got to go and do some research to make sure I'm saying the right stuff. And then I come on here and I talk about it. But there is no research for this. There is no research for a black man being handcuffed, placed in a police cruiser with a seatbelt on, and now he's dead. I want to hear what the outcome is, but it's nothing you really can tell me. It's nothing you really can tell me that's going to make me think otherwise, that this police officer just flat out killed my homie. Somebody that I've known, again, 30 years plus. Like, come on, man. Like, again, I've been knowing Boo since I was in the 2nd or 3rd grade, man. And that's why I tell people, I don't really regret anything that I've ever done in my life. I mean, there's a few things that I wish I could have did differently, but there's not a whole lot of things that I regret. And one of the things that I definitely do not regret was growing up on 6th Street Southeast. I do not regret it. Why? Because it made me, in the long process that it took, it made me the person that y'all looking at right now. If it wasn't for Southeast, I wouldn't be the Kevin that I am today. Again, it was a process, and everybody who knows me through Henley Elementary, Rabault Junior High School, Roosevelt High School, Ballou High School, it was a process. I mean, shit, even at Delaware State, it was still a process. It was a process all the way through. But I do not regret anything that I've done. Gotten in trouble, some of the things that I've did. Now, again, I wish I could have did things a little differently at times, but that's neither here or there. But this man in handcuffs with a seatbelt placed on him, and this police PR person, we got witnesses that say they saw a struggle. Really? Really? And the police officer didn't even have a body-worn camera on him, and we don't even know if the car was set up to find out what happened in the inside of that car. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, listen, police need to be held accountable to a higher standard than regular people, man. They out here walking around with guns, and guess what? I was talking to somebody, my man Omar Hill. He has a mental health clinic. I think it's called Utopia. And he was saying, Kevin, the same way people in the community got mental health issues, the police officers got mental health issues as well. And I was like, I would not disagree with that. I would not disagree with that. But I will say that as a police officer, it's more of a requirement that you get checked out if it's something going on with you mentally, because you're walking around with a gun and all this authority. Nah. If you mentally ain't right, you don't need to be walking around with no gun. And if you soft as cotton, you definitely don't need to be walking around with no gun. Being a police officer ain't no easy job. Shout out to all of the good, decent police officers out there. I'm not saying that, police officers are just all bad. I'm not saying that. It's a couple of them on my timeline. It's a couple of them that inbox me sometimes, and we call each other on the phone. We have general conversations, you know what I'm saying, about certain things. Sometimes they don't see what I say, you know, they don't see what I'm saying, and vice versa. But at the end of the day, it's just a conversation. I'm not trying to have no battle. I'm just trying to have them understand, you know, what the community sees, and then they trying to on top of that, trying to get us to see, you know, what they see. And I mean, sometimes police got a valid point. I mean, they don't have an easy job. I mean, everybody's on edge. The police officers are on edge. The community is on edge. So when you got, you know, an on edge individual and an on edge police officer, it's bound to be some friction because everybody's on edge. How do we lose that tension? How do we lose being on edge? We lose it by educating ourselves and voting the right people in. That's how we do it, man. And when I say that, I mean you vote the right people in that can structure the police a certain way. You know, really do these tests and requirements to make sure these officers are fit for service. Because some of these officers not fit for service. They scared. They some bitches. I'm gonna just put it out there plainly. They some bitches with guns. That's what they are. They some soft punk. They punks with guns. That's what they are. And when they see you, they think they can say whatever to you. And listen, at the end of the day, Slim, I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one to talk to, dog. I know my rights to a degree, and I'm the wrong one to talk to like that, Slim. Because at the end of the day, I'm not about to go back and forth with you. Let me get your card, your business card, with your badge number and your name on it, and I'll go right down to your district and file a complaint against you. Let me do that. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. That's how we saw what's going on out here. We got to hold these soft-ass police accountable because my man should still be living. Allegedly on PCP. Okay. He hit a couple cars. Okay. You got him arrested. He in handcuffs in the car. Take him to the police station. But that didn't happen. He didn't make it to the police station. He ended up dying. Come on, man. I'm just tired, man. I know, you know, at times people say, you know, you can't keep talking about the negative stuff. But it's hard to get away from it because there's so much of it happening. And I'm tired of hearing people saying what need to be done. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Mike, I feel you, Slim. I feel you. I mean, nigga, I remember us going behind Oxon Hill Farm and just, you know, being adventurous. Me, him, his brother, a couple of the homies from 4th Street. Like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's pretty difficult, man, to read this article just to know that it's somebody that you grew up with that you rarely see, but when you do see him, it's all love. And then you read this article and hear how it happened. I mean, it's crazy, man. And I'm sorry I can't read all the comments, but I'll go back and read them later. But, I mean, it's crazy how, you know, this is acceptable. And, I mean, normally, PG County's chief, I can't never say his name right, he normally got a lot to say. I mean, he definitely had a lot to say about the police officer who recorded Delonte West because he suspended him. But I haven't heard him say nothing about this yet. But I know they got to find out what happened so he can remix it and make it sound good. But your officer killed somebody. Period. The end. That's it. That's it. Period. The end. Your man was in handcuffs. He was in a seatbelt in your vehicle, in your possession. You killed that man, Joe. Flat out. There's no need for an investigation, Joe. There's no need for an investigation. I'm sorry that it had to be this type of message today, so to speak. But it is what it is, y'all. I mean, we can't, you know, I was just listening to something on ESPN, and young lady said that she interviewed Kobe Bryant at a basketball event. And she asked him, what his legacy was, like how, what's the Mamba mentality, right? And I'm quoting, but I remember him saying that we have to wake up and be better people every day. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, wow. I mean, my slogan is be better than you were yesterday. So it's not like this is something that's brand new, right? It's something that's doable. One, we can be better than we were yesterday. It's doable. But two, like Kobe was saying, we got to give it some effort, man. We got to give being better some effort because we've been so used and programmed to being how we are and conditioned to just be whatever. And that we don't have room for that anymore. We got to try to be better, man. Nobody else is going to do it for us. We got to try to do it ourselves, man. So I hate that it had to be this type of message today. But, I mean, we lost a good homie today. I mean, last night, man. Lost a good homie, man. I tried to reach out to his brother on Facebook, but, I mean, he didn't reach back out to me yet. So I think at some point today, I'm going to try to go over Southeast and see if I can track him down and just give him a hug, man, and tell him, you know, I'm sorry that this happened, man, because, I mean, it can happen to any of us, man. I mean, we could just have a bad night and just be, I mean, this Kobe Bryant thing is still don't feel real to me, man. And it's just, I mean, we can be doing everything right and still get killed, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But I'm going to be following this. I'm definitely going to be following this story. And if I get any updates on anything, man, I'm coming straight to y'all live with it, man, so we can get the updates on what's going on. And don't be surprised if you see my face at one of these conferences, man, because I want to know what happened. Because being placed in handcuffs, hand behind your back, handcuffed, and with the seatbelt, I don't understand what struggle they talking about. I really don't. So, rest in peace, William Green, man. My condolences go out to his brother, his mother, his fiance, all of the Southside families on that side that knew him, man. It's sad, man, that the police get to just kill us and not be held accountable for. I mean, the chief suspended this other police officer who recorded Delonte West immediately, but we haven't heard any suspension, any administrative leave with this officer. We haven't heard anything yet, man. It's the 6th man. Y'all know, man. I love y'all, man. Don't do nothing crazy. Always try to be respectful, man. Be positive, man. And definitely always be better than you were yesterday, man. Rest in peace, boo. We gonna miss you, champ. Y'all be easy.